Some breaking news in the last 15 minutes or so regarding Harry Kane. Harry Kane has been doing an interview with Gary Neville on the overlap. The whole interview is out tomorrow. The 5-minute segment that has been released today is pretty stark for Tottenham and for Daniel Levy. A crossroads moment is coming. I never said I'd stay at Spurs. Daniel Levy might want to sell me for 100 million quid. He might be thinking, if I could get 100 million pound for you, then why not? Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be worth that in the next 2 or 3 years. I hope we can have a good, honest conversation. Simon Jordan back in the studio. Spencer Oliver is there, Tottenham fan as well. Simon, yesterday you weren't so sure that Harry Kane was indicating that he wanted to leave. It's pretty clear now, isn't it?
I wasn't so sure that Harry Kane, because the narrative that was being fed to me was that he was going to force his way out. And forcing a way out is dropping a transfer request in there and down in tools. Asking Tottenham to have a conversation about your future, which is precisely what he's just said, is the same thing.
He doesn't do interviews like this unless he's trying to say, I want to get out of here.
With respect, Sam, grow up about the reality of what's going to happen here. Harry Kane can turn around and say what he wants. But if he didn't want to sign for Tottenham, no one made him sign another 3 years on his contract, did they? So with the best will in the world, Daniel Levy's going to sit there. And if anyone's under the impression, Harry Kane, his advisors, or anybody else, that Daniel Levy is going to sit there and allow Harry Kane to be sold for a discount, then they're outside of their minds.
He's saying 100 million quid. Let's be honest.
And that's fine.
What happened with Gareth Bale? Where did he go?
And that's because they got the money they wanted. Hang on, Sam, because they got the money they wanted. If Daniel wants 100 million quid for Harry Kane, and someone says we're going to give you 100 million quid, then Daniel will sell him. But if nobody wants to give him 100 million quid and they want to pay 70 and 60 million quid, the argument then is, what's Harry Kane going to be able to do? Is Daniel Levy going to be buckled under the weight of selling Harry Kane at a discount because it suits Harry Kane's career?
Players at Tottenham who want to leave usually leave
when Daniel Levy gets the right money, Sam. And the right
Spencer,
money for Harry Kane is 100 million quid.
And that's what he's talking about, you know.
Yeah, but that's what Harry Kane's talking about. There's no bid on the table, is there?
The problem that Kane's got, obviously,
a shortage of takers.
The problem that Kane's got, obviously, is he's still under contract, and you know, so it's sort of like, I know he wants 100 million, etc. And if that discount comes in, and Daniel Levy says, "Well, we don't want to pay that," then Harry Kane's going to have to stay.
Well, what the sort of wokey mentality will be is that Harry Kane's going to leverage Tottenham Hotspur.
Mentality.
Yeah, but it's not a commercial one either. It's not a big boy thinking. He's not going to leverage his way out of this club unless Tottenham get what they want. And Daniel Levy is very, very double down on it.
I think it is to do with commerciality, and Harry Kane knows his value in the market.
Yeah, but
he's basically
hold on, Harry Kane knows his value.
Put himself up for sale.
With respect, Sam, Harry Kane doesn't determine the value that someone else buys him for. Harry Kane knows his value when he gets his pay packet, right? What Daniel Levy will tell you is the value of Tottenham Hotspur.
You think Harry Kane went out and started talking to the media about all this because he didn't think that anyone was interested in him?
No, you're missing the point.
He knew that people were interested
You're
in
either
him.
missing the point deliberately, or you're missing the point because you're not following the logic of it. They will sell. Daniel Levy will sell him if they get offered 100 million quid. If they don't get offered 100 million quid, Harry Kane can bark at the moon as much as he wants. They will not be selling him unless Tottenham meet the expectations of what they require out of this transaction. And then, of course, all of the narrative that's being peddled by those that know and those that don't will come to the fore. But they will not be selling him at a discount. And Harry Kane doesn't know his own value because the value of something is what someone is prepared to pay for it.
I don't want to end my career with any regrets. I want to be the best I can be. I've said it before. I'd never say that I'd stay at Spurs for the rest of my career. I never said that I would leave Spurs. I still feel like I've still got almost another career to play. I've got another 7 or 8 years. I'm not rushing anything. I'm not desperate to do anything. I feel like, for sure, I've got so much more to give. I feel like I can be even better than what I've been. I can produce better numbers than what I'm producing at the moment. I'm not afraid to say that I want to be the best. I'm not afraid to say that I want to try and get on that level with Ronaldo and Messi. That's my ultimate goal. That's my aim, to be winning trophies season in, season out, scoring 50, 60, 70 goals, season in, season out. That's the standard I want to set myself. I think, we can argue about whether or not he can manage to get his way out of Tottenham or how much it's going to cost. But I think the intention now is incredibly clear.
Of course it is. But I think we're all in that camp, aren't we? We're all in the camp that probably the time has come for Tottenham to capitalise on the value of Harry Kane, and Harry Kane to capitalise on the skill set that he's brought over years to Tottenham that will then serve him in good stead somewhere else. But no one's going for a discount, Sam, and that's what I've been saying all along.
Spencer, how do you feel about it as a Tottenham fan?
I feel exactly the same as what Simon's saying there. I think it's It's all about if they get the money that they want for, the 100 million, then, you can see it happening. But, you won't, I don't think that Daniel Levy will sell him for a discounted price, whether that be 70 million, 80 million. I just don't see that happening.
But keeping an unhappy Harry Kane is never going to be great for the environment either. And it's not great for attracting a new manager, knowing that your star player needs to leave.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.